So, guys, are we live? Please comment, everyone, if they can see us.
Please, everyone,
Hi,
comment. We are
Prakash.
live and we are excited for
Hi,
this.
Swayam, and
Hi, Satyaprakash.
everyone, please start commenting. The speakers will be joining us very soon, and we'll wait for the
Just
other
wait.
students to join, like 2 or 3 minutes. We'll wait till 7 p.m. and then we'll start. Okay, we are live.
Yeah, yeah. Just wait for, I think, 2 minutes. Then we start.
Okay. Hello, Tushar.
Hi, Tushar.
Just wait a few minutes. We'll be starting it in 2 minutes only because other students will be joining. And
Yeah. And we are also excited for this.
yes, it is the first event. We'll be having many offline events in future after the exams, so it will be a wonderful experience for all.
Hello, Rohan.
Rohan is also. I think students have started joining. Only 1 minute to go.
Yeah, very excited.
Yes. Hello, Red Edits, a wonderful username. Hello, everyone. Okay, so I think should we start or should we wait a few seconds more because I can't wait to start.
Just wait for, just wait for few seconds. I think just wait for few
Okay,
seconds.
we start at 7. Okay, because we are told that we'll be
Yeah.
starting at 7. Okay, we will start at 7.
I think students are very excited for this.
Everyone put a hashtag AWS Cloud Club DTU if it is because this is how we'll be promoting our club and in the comments everyone type hashtag AWS Cloud Club DTU.
Okay, Utkarsh, now you can start. I think
Okay,
we have
so
many audience.
we have many people. Okay, so hey
Yeah.
guys, finally the wait is over and we are live. Everyone can hear us very well. So I'm very excited for today's event, and today's event will be like it will be an interactive session. It will not be something which people are mostly accustomed to, like two people will be speaking. It will not be like that, and we'll be having a few experts joining us. In the firstly, we'll be having Arushi. She's ex cloud captain of IGT2W. You might all be aware of the college. Okay, and then we'll be having Pooja. She's a DC alumni. She's an AWS AIML community builder. But before starting, I would just like you to get accustomed with all this. Like, what is the Cloud Club? Why we have made this club, and what are the benefits? So, because what is the thing that in today's scenario, this has happened that you have seen Atlassian has revoked the offers, and many other companies are just doing layoffs and everything. So, what has happened that people do ask me that हमारा resume shortlist नहीं हुआ या फिर कुछ नहीं हुआ कुछ चीजें ऐसी हो गई. So your resume will not be shortlisted. Resume will not be shortlisted when you will make websites, clones or websites like portfolio websites. If you write something like AWS and things like that, it will do a very good impact on it. Okay, so we have, and yes, we have Shivam. Shivam is our cloud captain. He is also the founder with me. in this club. The society is been has already been registered, and Shivam will tell you more about this. Shivam, it's over to you now.
Okay, so thank you, Utkarsh, for this wonderful introduction.
Yes, thank you, Shivam.
So, hi everyone, I am Shivam, pursuing bachelor's in mathematics and computing branch. You already know this branch. So, we are here to just tell the students about the AWS Cloud Club, and we will discuss about this. So, I want to ask something to you. So, what comes to your mind when you listen cloud or cloud computing? Just comment in comment box.
Hmm. Everyone, जो भी दिमाग में है, like anything, you can write it in the
What
comment
comes to
box.
your mind when you listen cloud or cloud computing, AWS, Azure, GCP?
Hmm. Think
I think students are okay.
students are
So
they
मैं
are
ही
just
बता देता
joining.
हूँ.
Let's
Okay.
okay.
So basically, students thought that सिर्फ AWS से hosting हो जाती है, cloud पे सिर्फ hosting हो जाती है और कुछ नहीं होता है. All are saying that static website पे host कर दो and that's all. But I wanna say that hosting part is very small for AWS because we can
Someone has said
there
data.
is a one
Amit
also.
has said it is. Amit has said that data storage. Okay.
Yes, you can write, but AWS has many services, or many cloud providers have many services like data storage and this. But you will know everything just in few minutes. So let's start. Cloud computing. So, what is cloud computing? So, on your screen, there is cloud computing refers to the delivery of computing resources such as servers, storage, databases, software, and other services over the internet. Instead of owning your physical servers, own servers at your home or at your locations, users can access these resources on demand and pay only for what they use. Let's take an example. You have a startup, business startup, and you are providing services to the US companies or US client, and so you don't have to bother about its IT infrastructures. Just focus on their core business. Just focus on your business. Cloud providers handle all about
Mhm.
IT infrastructures. So basically, this is cloud computing. Or cloud providers provide you a various services like servers, storage, databases, software, many services you can use, and you can grow your business and don't focus on IT infrastructure. So basically, this is cloud computing. Next, we have various benefits of cloud computing. Some of them are like agility. Agility, like you can deploy any technology service in matter of minutes. In matter of minutes. And next, we have elasticity. Uh, let's understand elasticity with an example. IPL का माहौल है and you are all watching IPL. Let's suppose there is a match of Mumbai Indian versus Chennai Super Kings. So in initial
Okay.
overs, you were watching IPL, and I think there are 5 crore viewers only on
Yes,
Geo
five
Cinema,
to six crore views on Geo Cinema.
and then Dhoni comes and start hitting in few last overs
माही माही
on
मार
Hardik
रहा है.
Pandya's ball. Mahi मार रहा है. So you watch that viewers are increased from 5 crore to 10 crore instantly. So how is
Yes.
possible? How is it possible? So this is possible by cloud providers. You can scale up resources up and down instantly. You don't have to bother about infrastructures. Cloud providers are
Like
doing this.
when the number of users went from 5 to 10, it and then again from 10 to 5. Suppose Dhoni gets out, so that is handled by this principle of elasticity.
Yeah. You can scale your resources up and down instantly. Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
Then next benefits is we have cost savings. As I tell, you don't have to worry about your infrastructure, physical servers. You don't have to hire maintenance officers to maintain their services, and you have to install ACs to cool down the servers. So you don't have to worry about these. Just use resources from the cloud providers and pay as according to you use it. And next we have global deployment. As cloud providers have made infrastructures all over the globe in many locations. So you can deploy your applications in multiple locations in just few minutes and few clicks. So,
Okay.
and in this era, cloud learning is very very important because many companies, as Utkarsh already said, just the clone से कुछ नहीं होगा, Amazon वगैरह clone से कुछ नहीं होगा. You have to learn these skills, and cloud is very very important skills in 2024 and in coming years. So don't worry, we are here. We are
Don't worry.
launching
And
our
this is this the Cloud Club. We have already registered this, and this is a very interactive platform for everyone to come together, because what Shivam and I thought was that if we start learning in community, we start telling people that we are the problems which we are facing. Suppose you are facing any problem, you can ask Shivam, and we'll be having many events where people from across the globe will be coming. So a great network will be built, and you will be able to remain consistent. So this is why we have made this club, and Shivam is the captain of it, and we'll be joined by Arushi. Is Arushi here, Shivam, or
uh, just wait
right
for a
now?
few minutes. Arushi, I think Arushi is joining.
Okay. So what has happened is that AWS has created a very good system of like bringing students together from different communities, and many colleges in like UCL, London, and all these we are in touch with them. Shivam has been in touch with many people, Jane Looper, and everyone. So Shivam will tell you more about that. That we'll be conducting many events, and what about that AWS Community Day which you were talking about, Shivam? It happens once in a
Yeah,
while.
in this club we collaborate with other clubs like IGDTW, and we have many clubs. We collaborate with these, and we host big events, and we will be inviting international speakers like Utkar said, Jan Looper here, and Tracy Wang is here, Stephens here. They are doing well, great in their field. Like they are AWS experts, and we have many AWS community builders. So we will be inviting.
You'll be there'll be many benefits, because you'll receive certifications which are many very costly, like $100 certifications, which are like of cloud practitioner and all these things. Shivam knows that. What are the certificates which AWS provides, Shivam?
So AWS provide you a basic certification is a CCP exam, Cloud Practitioner exam. So this is the basic, and I think its cost is like $100. So you can get certifications vouchers from us because AWS Cloud Club DTU members have privileged. And next, as we have Solution Architect exam, and we have Professional DevOps Engineer exam. So these are the certifications exams that AWS Cloud provide offers. Now we have Arushi. Just wait for a few minutes.
Is Arushi there, or she'll be joining us a bit later?
She will be joining in, I think, 1 minute. She is facing some technical issue. Okay, okay.
Okay,
Arushi is here.
okay. So we have Arushi here. Do you have the camera? I think she'll be
Okay.
joining in with the camera soon. And okay. So Arushi, as we all know, she is the ex-captain of IGD2W Cloud Club. It is by far, I think according to members, one of the biggest AWS cloud clubs in I think in India. And
India.
she'll be,
Yeah.
yes, in India, and she'll be joining Adobe soon. And I think so. Arushi is with us, and she'll be telling us about all the benefits, why to join this club, and what all things will be provided, what are the benefits the students will get after joining the club. So Arushi, are you there?
Yeah, hi. So
Hi
Hi,
Arushi.
sorry.
Arushi.
Okay, no worries. Yes.
I think Arushi, your mic is mute.
Noted. You can the next move on to the next slide.
Okay, just
Just a second, guys. Hi, I hope I'm audible.
Yes,
yeah,
you're
yeah,
audible now. Visible
yes,
also.
you
Yeah.
are audible.
So sorry, just got a bit late.
Okay,
So
please.
yeah, hi everyone. I'm Arushikar. So yeah, I am the previous cloud captain at IGDTW. So yeah, I was selected among the first 50 cloud captains all over the globe. And apart from that, currently I'm an intern at Adobe and upcoming member of technical staff at Adobe itself. And apart from that, I'm currently the GSOC program manager, that is Girl Script Summer of Code. So yeah, that was about me. Let's move forward.
Yeah,
Move on to the next slide. Yes.
yeah,
Yeah, so talking about cloud clubs. So believe me guys, this was one of my best experience. Like this was one year that I really enjoyed in my college being the cloud captain at Cloud Club. And like okay, so starting with what exactly are cloud clubs. So recently AWS has started expanding itself to enhance or to increase the peer-to-peer learning among the students. So as you all know that AWS has majorly focused on professionals till now. There were other cloud platforms such as Google, which has um, made students aware more about the cloud platforms. But now AWS has also started expanding among the students. Previously, there were other AWS communities like community builders, AWS heroes, or user groups for professionals. Like there is a user group Delhi NCR, then there are user group Pune, and there are like these user groups are all over the country. So now they have started to target more on the college students. So that's why they have introduced this concept of cloud clubs, wherein they will be selecting a few cloud captains who will be, telling the students or majorly the college students more about AWS and make them more aware about it. So this was the concept which was introduced by the AWS academic advocate team, which is led by Jen Looper, which is the head of this AWS academic advocate team. And its mission, as I've already told you, is to help more students expand their career options, increase their technical social circles, and discover ways to engage with AWS as a technical platform. So like I was in the beginning of my fourth year when I joined, and I got introduced to cloud clubs. So before entering into cloud clubs, I have majorly worked on machine learning, deep learning. So these were the projects which were, very common. Many students used to build machine learning, deep learning projects, or maybe certain websites. But when I started working on cloud or maybe AWS, I got to know many things, and I started integrating my projects with AWS or GCP. So that's how I got to know that yes, cloud is something that is very important. And yeah, it has helped to build my resume strong and have helped to enhance my skill set as well. Also, AWS cloud clubs are student focused, as I have already told you. So if you are a seasoned cloud practitioner, or maybe cloud learner, or you are a newbie or a beginner, you guys are very welcome to the cloud clubs. So these cloud clubs are run across the globe. So as you join this community, you will be networking with people across the globe. Next slide, please.
yep, sure.
So when we are talking
Okay.
about AWS Cloud Clubs, so talking about AWS, which is Amazon Web Services, as you know, it is the world's most favorite and companies most, like most of the companies most favorite cloud platform, whether it is small businesses or big MNCs, they generally choose AWS for their platform and as their platform to store data or for their data security for deployment because of the insane number of services that AWS actually offers. Like you won't believe it, there are more than 200 plus services that AWS actually offers. Also, one very important thing about cloud platforms, or we can say not particularly AWS but all the cloud platforms, is that they support pay as you pay or as you
Yes.
use, right?
Mm.
So you pay only for those services or only for that storage that you actually use, right? And there are various government agencies, private companies that use AWS, as I have already told you. This have actually made them more agile, and they have pursued them to innovate faster. And AWS offers a very dynamic community with millions of active customers and thousands of partners globally. Next slide, please.
Yes.
Mm. Why AWS? Yeah.
So guys, so like whether it's you or me, we generally join any community or club after looking the benefits that we actually get. So talking about the benefits that you guys as the members of cloud clubs will get is that I have seen that most of the colleges, whether it's DTU or IGDTU, have a very large number of technical societies, right? There
Yes.
is GDSC,
Most
IEEE.
of them are very inactive also. Most of them are very inactive
Yeah.
also.
Yeah,
After
yeah,
after
even if they
COVID,
are
after
very
COVID.
Societies.
inactive or active, I don't know, but I really don't understand why many of them has actually never touched cloud computing as a domain,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
Mm.
Yep.
GDSC sometimes okay do that GCP challenge, but they are actually not educating students about cloud platforms. So this was very important since
Yep.
in this world the market is growing really very fast. The data is increasing at an exponential level. So cloud computing is one thing, is very indispensable part. You cannot just leave it behind. And it's very important for college students to know more about cloud computing because definitely it will give you an extra edge over others while you sit
Yeah.
maybe for internships or placements, because cloud is something that is generally used by the professionals. So this is one skill set that will make you different from the other students. And apart from that, AWS Cloud Club offers a suite of benefits such as AWS credits. Like it does offer you credits worth dollars, then certification vouchers. So last year in IGDW, I have given AWS certification vouchers to more than 20 plus students, and 20 plus students actually appeared for those exams. That was AWS
That's very impressive.
CCPs, I think, cloud
practitioner,
practitioner.
yeah,
Yeah,
cloud
cloud
practitioner,
practitioner exam.
and one was advocacy as well. Like there were two
Yeah.
certificates, third certifications. So they were given certification vouchers, then exclusive experience and partnership with AWS employees, because most of the speakers that will be coming for the upcoming sessions will be AWS employees themselves. And
Mm.
obviously you will get more opportunities for speaking and career related workshops, right? And I was in EC department. Even then I had cloud computing as one of the subject in my, I guess, fifth semester or sixth semester. So what I was taught was all theory. Okay, that this is cloud
That's
and
that's
it's
basically the
serverless.
trend everywhere. We
Yeah,
can
So
relate
in
so
with
I
yeah,
that.
believe that in DTU as well, like apart from computer or software branches, the core branches might also be having cloud computing as an elective. So then there you can get the theory information, and here at Cloud Club you can actually apply that knowledge, right? And you will have certain hands-on sessions as well. So yeah, moving on,
So
cloud
yes, the
computing. Hmm.
next.
Arushi, these were for the students. Obviously, I had a small like from a captain's perspective to another captain. You are obviously very, you did a really good job in like establishing one of the most successful cloud clubs. So, what advice would you give Shivam, like, so that at least we can not match but get to that level at some point of time as a captain? What should he do? Because being the first session, what could be the a piece of advice for him?
Okay, so to the cloud captain, I will only say that try to engage more and more students, because most of them actually don't know about cloud computing. And in college, I have seen that most of them actually run after machine learning or web development,
Web
and they have
development.
web
Web
development like
development is
they
like the cliched thing. Yes.
True. So there was one session that we organized, that was you have your front end well prepared and how will you deploy it using AWS. And in that session, most of the students from my college joined. So you actually need to see what students are actually interested in. If they are interested in ML, so you can go for deep tracer related sessions, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
one thing that I have observed, that students learn more through hands-on sessions. So you
Hands-on
can
practice. Yes.
go for infrastructural camps as well, right? And in offline mode, please, because the more they interact with you face to face, it will be
Yes.
good for them.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
And
decided to
you
have
should.
this one as offline,
We
but the
Mhm.
exams we'll be having offline events.
Yeah.
In the, and okay, so that was that was really some good advice, Shivam. I think you should
Mhm.
take down notes.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think I was also
Yes,
taking
yes.
down
I
notes.
noted all.
So, Arushi, we would like to thank you on behalf of AWS Cloud Club DTU, and we look forward to meeting you if possible
In
in
offline
future
mode.
events. And
For sure.
thanks,
I
thank you for
think
joining us.
Thank
Arushi is a member of user group television, I think. And Arushi?
Yeah. Yeah.
So we can collaborate with user group.
Definitely.
So
I'm looking forward to it.
yeah, yeah, we also.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you, Arushi. Thanks for
Thank
joining.
you. Thank you.
Nice to meet
Thank
you.
you, Arushi.
Same here.
So, this was Arushi.
So
I think Shivam, do you have anything to say?
yeah, yeah. So students, Arushi explained very well about AWS Cloud Club, benefits of AWS Cloud Club. So I have a question to you. Many students asked me about how we start our AWS cloud journey. Like we have to start with AWS, Microsoft Azure, GCP, IBM. I think Utkarsh, you also face same questions from students.
Yes, I was like, itne sare, there are platforms. Why should I choose only AWS? Yes, we are promoting it, but there should be some substantial reason. Na? Why should we only
So,
choose AWS
hmm.
over other platforms? I think one of the
So I
students
am
asked also that why should we use
ah,
AWS? Because
and I think one student gave answer AWS is older.
yes,
Yeah, it's
AWS
true.
is older. That is one of the that is one of the advantages, the first mover advantages, as we say. But there are many other things also, Shivam.
So, guys, first of all, AWS provides you a basic beginner friendly user interface. You can learn easily with AWS, and it has very simple documentation. So you don't need to be take Coursera courses and to learn about the AWS Cloud Club or any cloud club. And the last and main important point is AWS provide you a free tier account for 1 year. For 1 year. So you will learn everything.
Free, I think free is
Everything
also
without any
provided in Azure and GCPs. All aren't they
but
free?
but they are free. But Azure, I think, is only for 1 month, and GCP is only for 90 days. And I think in 90 days, anyone can't learn. AWS provide you a free tier account for 1 year on the basis of hours. I think I have also using this free account, and I learn many services like related to DevOps, related to machine learning, and I will. So you can do hands-on practice on AWS, and you don't have to pay. So this is the best advantage
That is
AWS
the
provide
biggest,
you.
biggest plus points, that if they don't have to pay, everyone will be on board.
Yeah. So next we have, okay. So
Okay, so now we'll be joined by Pooja Ranjan, and she is a DC alumni, and she's also an ISC alumni. She's currently a lead data scientist in IQM, and she's also AWS AI ML community builder. Pooja, are you here? Your
Hello, hi guys.
Yes, Pooja is with
hello,
us.
hello,
Nice
hello,
to have
Pooja.
you here, Pooja.
Hello, yeah, thank you guys. Uh, just give me a second.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, let me see.
Yes.
Hey,
Hi, Pooja.
hello,
Hi, Pooja.
hi everyone. Hi Shivam, hi Utkarsh. Nice to see you
Hi.
guys. Hi everyone who's on the call, and thank you for a cool introduction.
Okay.
Uh, okay, should I take over?
Yes, yes, you
Yeah,
should.
yeah.
You are.
Sure.
All right, so yeah, you guys have already introduced me. I don't generally introduce me like that. I just say that I love to travel and I love to code. That's about
Yes.
me. And when I tell this to everyone, people just say, do you also code while you travel? The answer to that is
Yes.
absolutely not. I don't love to code when I travel. So today we are majorly going to be talking about AWS, and I was hearing you guys earlier. I think very nice introduction given by Utkarsh, Shivam, also Arushi. Very nice session so far. So we'll go a bit more into the AWS services today to get you guys introduced. And yeah,
Yep.
let's start off. Before that,
Yes.
so since this is a Cloud Club session from DTU, these are some fond memories and some pictures I took from the time. These are actually from online, but I am just remembering my time there around 12 to 13 years ago when I was studying there. And I think very beautiful campus, amazing place, one of the closest uh, place to my heart. So I think you guys are having a great time. Just have a lot of fun while you're there. And one
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
I'd like to say, right, when I was there many years ago, I think it was not very easy to get to know things in the field of cloud computing and cloud technologies. And I think you guys are in a very great time. So there are so many resources available. And then amazing to see that DTU itself has his own now club, right, for imparting this knowledge to all the students. So congratulations, first of all, guys. And
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
I
you.
wish you all the best on this journey.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Pooja.
so yeah, and when you say DTU, right, I also love to, I still can't stop calling it DC because back at my time it was being called as Delhi College of Engineering. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
let's let's start the session then, guys. Okay. So first of all, I think the way I was saying, right, why you should join this club, anyone who is watching this. So I think it's a very good opportunity for you guys to learn what industry professionals are using and then to help you get trained on few of the technologies early enough, and like Arushi was saying, right, to give you an edge when you are competing against others. So yeah, I think make the best use of it. uh, Try to get as much exposure as you can, and I think with Shivam and Utkarsh leading this, right, I think you will get to know a lot of things in terms of certifications, training, all the resources that are available freely for
Sure,
you,
sure.
right? So, so one thing I would like to say, right, when you are exploring this field, I think the major thing that is required, right, is to just learn, build, and repeat it. I think Shivam, if you can move ahead, right, for the
Move on to the next
presentation.
slide.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sure. Okay, just, yeah.
Yeah. So this is
Now,
this is the crux. This is the crux of everything. If you're entering into this field, if you really want to grow your career in the area of cloud technologies, I think the major thing that will help you is to learn, build, and repeat the same process over and over again, right? If you just see the lectures and think that you learned it, probably it doesn't work that way, right? You have to go try it out on your own, see how it works in your machine, what are the outputs like, what are the learnings you're getting, and probably you will again be sharing your knowledge with others, right? So do that thing and do it repeatedly. So it will be very useful for you guys, and I think it will take you a long way. Uh, and before I move ahead, right, if uh, if I may ask you guys to probably, if you guys know some AWS services already, any names you might like to raise, right, on the chat?
Guys, answer in the
Any
chat if anyone knows.
Guys, answer in chat what you know about AWS services. Like,
any, any AWS service names that you know that you might have used of or heard of?
I think most of them are beginners, but yes,
yeah,
some has Amit has said
Amit, Amit,
EC2,
Amit
virtual
EC2, yeah,
answers
machine.
EC2, virtual machines. I think EC2 and virtual machines are same.
Let's think.
nice. Okay,
People are more aware with EC2, I think.
I
okay,
think
okay.
many students think like we can store data in cloud just. Nah, Amit
S3,
says
Oh,
S3,
perfect,
Cloud Front, Cloud Watch.
perfect. I like that
nah,
answer.
Amit is aware. Amit will get a certificate for sure.
Amit, you will get certificate voucher.
Amazing, guys. I think I understand, right? Most of you are just kickstarting your journey. So, but happy to see that few names pop up or few services that you guys are already aware of. And I hope you guys do try them out. So, we'll just cover in brief today some of the services that are offered by AWS. Majorly, these are few of the offerings that we have listed down for you guys, which are something that you can kickstart to learn. And of course, like Arushi and Shivam and Utkarsh was saying, right, there are more than 200 services. But over here, we'll just cover a few which are very basics to get you started. So yeah, let's just deep dive in, right? So we have highlighted front end databases, storage, compute, dev tools, engineering tools, ML, Gen AI, right? So all these are the higher brackets, and then we'll go and look at few of the services amongst these, right? So let's start. Uh, yeah, Shiva, hope you can go ahead. Okay. So front end, right? So front end, I think you guys might be developing some apps and like Shivam and Utkarsh was saying, right? Some of you already have some interest in web development, right? So there are a few services where you can directly host your applications. AWS Amplify is very easy to use. Also API gateways, right? To get responses for what you want to show on your application's web servers, right? And also device farm for testing any Android or iOS web applications that you might be building, right? So it's very easy to use them and see your applications in action. So these are few services related to front end. And can we move ahead? Yeah, compute services, right? So someone already mentioned this, right? EC2 Elastic Compute Cloud, which is
Yes.
we have on-demand and on-spot services available for using EC2. And like these guys were saying, right, it is pay-per-use, right? But make sure if you're using this and if you are not doing any or not processing anything on your machine for some time, make sure you stop the service. Otherwise, you might be just
Yes.
spending your credits for no
Spending
reason.
some
So,
money.
yeah. Another one is Lambda, which is one of my favorite because it is giving you serverless compute. It has a limit of around of maximum 15 minutes. So any job that you think can be completed within 15 minutes, I think this is the thing that you should definitely try out. And this is something that once you start using, I think you'll also start loving it. Another one, ECS, EKS, right? So if you guys have ever tried this out, great. If you haven't, might take a while to get used to it, but running containers on like playing around with Kubernetes, right? It is very simple with these cloud services of ECS and AKS. So this is regarding compute services. Yes, Shivam?
Yeah, next we have storage and databases.
Okay. Storage and databases, right? I think any application that you build, the backend is supported with some database, some data that you use at the back. So S3, I think, very simple to use object storage service where you can just like create a data lake out of it and store your data very seamlessly. And also then connections with DynamoDB, RDS, and Neptune is very simple to use if you're using any application that is relying on some data at the back. So Neptune is precisely for graph analytics. It is a bit different than how you generally use your SQL queries, right? So this is something you can explore if you want to go more advanced. But I think if you're just kickstarting, you can maybe try playing around with S3 and DynamoDB. So yeah. Okay, so these are like few basic ones. If you get used to or try these out, right? I think one good thing would be like try to build something uh, which is something which you see is more impactful by using the services. So this is one application or one reference that I have shared with you guys that you can start or try to build is using just a few services like Amplify, API Gateway, Lambda, and DynamoDB. You can create a basic web application, and maybe it will be one good add on to your resume, right? And will give you a bit edge when you're showing your resume to someone, right? So there are a lot of projects that you will see available online freely, right? So do try them out. These are few. Uh, this is one of the application or one of the projects that uses very simple services joined together to create a working demonstration. So yeah, this is one. Moving ahead with more services, we have, I guess, dev tools. Yeah, developer tools, right? So I
Yeah,
have
developer
met
tools.
many students who are interested into DevOps. So if you are interested into DevOps as
Sorry
well,
to yeah, yeah. Sorry to interrupt you, Pooja. I think Dhruv is asking what programming language does Lambda you support?
so it has support of many programming languages. I generally use Python, but yeah, I think Java is also
I
supported there.
think Python and Boto 3 mod. I think we use Boto 3 module. I think.
Yeah, Boto 3, like you can use Boto
Yeah.
3 in multiple languages. I generally use Python, but there are many other languages also supported.
Okay. Okay.
Mohammad
So
Hassan Ali has also asked. I think we'll be covering that in the Q&A session at the end. Let
last
Pooja
in last
complete developer tools. We'll
covered.
be covering all that in the Q&A session.
Hey, yeah, I see some questions. Uh, Either we can take all of them together in the end.
Yes,
Shivam,
yes,
can you
we'll
make
take
a
all of
note
them
of this?
together
Yeah.
at the
Yes.
end.
We can take
Sure.
all.
Okay,
Yeah. At the end.
sounds good. All right. Okay, so developer tools, right? So I was talking about the DevOps profile, right? So these are few services that you should definitely explore. There are many more outside of AWS as well. It's not just AWS is helping you build your DevOps profile, but these are few that I have listed down for from AWS for doing full integration pipelines, like full CI/CD pipelines, right? Where your code is automatically deployed and you see it running on the servers, right? So code commit, code build, code deploy, and code pipeline. I think these are four of them. So yeah, do try them out. And using this, right, there is also some resources available. So I have also marked one of the projects that you can also try to build once you start exploring this. Uh, can we move ahead, Shiva?
Yeah.
Yeah, there are like two projects that I listed. So one is a CI/CD pipeline using step functions, and the other one is using all these core services that I mentioned, right? End-to-end project. So try them out, and all the instructions are readily available in these resources, right? So just follow the steps, and believe me, when you see a working application, it gives you immense pleasure. I have seen that. So I hope you guys
Yes.
also try and see, right, the outcome that you have, and then of course just share your learnings with your peers, right, with other students. And I hope you guys have some sessions in college as well where you can try hands on with these services and
Yes, we'll
just
be
Yes,
go
yes.
with the
conducting
flow there.
sessions. Yes.
Yeah, okay, so shall we move ahead? Okay, engineering tools, right? This is another one really closely that I am using in my team. So Amazon Athena, which is like a application, an interactive querying tool, which is you can, if you just structure your S3 data appropriately, you can query very easily with Athena and at a very low cost. So this is one of the simplest querying engine, and it has a support for parsing n number of formats of files like Beat, Parquet, JSON, text files, CSV files, right? So very good tool and very cheap. So do try this out if you are into, or if you have some interest into the data field. Sorry about that. I am a data scientist, so I majorly talk more about data. So apologies if you see
No,
a
I
little
think
bias
many
from
people
me.
even here they are very interested in data sciences.
Data scientist field.
They want to become mostly they are concerned with the package that it brings, but I think everyone is interested in data science nowadays.
Okay. I think it should be more towards getting to learn, like because this field is so immense. Package is one part, right? But I think you guys should also, if you are really interested, I think you should be more happy about the kind of exposure that you get in terms of trying out things once you start to understand the intricate maths behind it, right? So that's one suggestion, but I think that's topic for some other time. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's come back to data engineering, right? So Athena, Glue, EMR, and Kinesis, right? So these are few that I had listed down for you guys, which is something that you can read about, try to use. EMRs, right? I think majorly used for handling big data, which we have in the industries that we deal with, like terabytes of data coming in every day. So for handling that kind of load, you can use EMRs. But I think for your starting journey, probably you might not be dealing with that much data. But it's good to know about these services and try to understand how these work and play around with some data there, right? Again, Glue also fully managed ETL pipelines that you can build. This you can try out definitely, right? But if you're starting, just start with Amazon Athena and try to get your hands dirty with that. Try to run as many SQL queries and try to do more and more interactive data creations that might be useful for some applications. So regarding data engineering and can we move ahead, Shivam?
Yes.
Yeah, so for the part, right, as well, I have like listed this one project that you can try out, which is creation, very simple project, just creation of some data lake formation in your S3 where you have to structure your data in a, or put some data in a structured format on S3 and then try to create a layer of database on top of it using Athena and then try to query it and try to understand how it functions. And there are many features that are available in Athena of partitions which you will get to understand when you explore this. So this is one small project again, but it'll get you very much comfortable with how data engineering pipelines work and to whatever I've seen, right? I think this thing turns out to be one of the best services when we have to do quick work done, right? So yeah, very good project. I think you guys should definitely try this out. We'll share the links anyways afterwards as well. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah. We will share all links.
okay. moving ahead, right? I think you guys were saying, right, ML, AI, people are very much interested in.
Yes,
So
yes.
it it takes a bit of time to get to understand the whole modeling front, and I won't say this is the end to it. So these are just starting services that you should take up to understand or create some cool projects. And but I will say don't stop there, right? Please also try to understand how the modeling works, right? So that you get more comfortable with this field if you are planning to go into the field of data science and machine learning. So these are few tools that I have mentioned here. SageMaker, which is like which helps you build and train and deploy ML models very seamlessly, uh, very easily, right? With a fully managed infrastructure. So do check it out. Another few more that I've listed, right? Transcribe, poly, and recognition, right? Transcribe helps you to speech to text translation. There are other offline models available as well, of course, but this is one another offering that is provided by AWS. Poly is trying to help you with creating natural sounds, right? This one is, by the way, very beautiful because it gives you a number of possibilities of like creating sounds or audios of different variations of in um, different tones, right? And at different frequency levels as well. So another cool ML service provided by AWS. Recognition is another cool one. So it is helping you in doing image and video analysis, and with annotations to also classifications, right? So yeah, these are some of them. There are more, but then these are the few starting ones that you can try exploring. Yep. All right. Okay. Gen AI, right? So Gen AI also, I think it is booming field right now. There are so many
Yeah,
things
moving.
coming every day. I hope you guys heard about Meta, right? Llama. So
Yeah,
every
yeah.
day something or the other is happening, and then another one was G-Rock by Elon Musk, right? So every every other day you'll see a news, and it's really
Devin
a
AI.
good time to dive in AI, right? So, but don't get afraid of these things, because at the end it'll
Yeah.
only help you improve in the way you're working, in the things that you are developing. If we talk of Gen AI with AWS, I think these are few of the services and which you should definitely try out. Code Whisperer, it is giving you very good suggestions in terms when you're writing code with real time development, right? In any of your IDEs. And Bedrock, right? This is one of my favorite and the one that I'm exploring in and out these days. So, of course, like fully managed service, best part you get to work around or play around with so many large language models, which of course I can't be running on my local system. So very beautiful service created by AWS. Definitely one of the best to check out. And you'll get some time to get used to how to play around with different models. But once you get a hang of it, I think you'll start loving it. Amazon Q, another one, helps you with conversations, solving problems, and generate content and gain insights, right? It can be integrated with your Visual Studio, and also like you can just create chatbots using it. So another cool
Yeah,
service
I
provided by
I
AWS.
I tried this. I tried this on my Visual Code on my
Oh,
project.
perfect. Perfect, perfect. That's great. So yeah, another one, if you guys haven't checked this out, Party Rock, right? So really cool thing. So I think for when I'm also creating any AI project now, first thing I go and try it out on Party Rock, and I see what will be the results like, and then I go and try to build the code part of it. So very cool application, interactive. You don't need to know any coding for this. Just drag and drop, select the models that you want to use. Just think of an idea and try to see it in action on this application. And then probably if you see like your idea works, probably just go and start building it, right? So yeah, these are few cool applications by AWS. Regarding ML and GenAI, right? This is one project that I've listed, which you guys can start uh, start working on to get exposure to how to build these applications. This one is regarding annotation of images. It internally uses recognition and a framework fully like containerized in a way that you have a training part and the testing part going together, right? So this is another cool application. I can't cover everything in today's session, but I think once you
Yes.
try reading these out, right, pro you'll get a better idea of it.
Yes.
So yeah, this is one cool application. Okay, so moving ahead, right? Yeah, so this is I had what I had for you guys regarding the services that you can try out. Uh, if you want to take snapshots, take it. Anyways, we'll share this with you. So moving ahead, right?
Yep.
Can we move forward? Yeah. So
Yes. Yes.
We'll move the slide.
Yes. Yes.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah. So okay, before we move ahead, right? So the crux of everything is again I'll repeat this thing. Just learn these
Then.
services, try to build them on your own, and then repeat the exercise. Right. So do it over and over again. And I think next time, you guys might be giving me a talk about it. So yeah, let's move ahead. Okay. So this is something that I wanted to show you guys. So we have been talking a lot about AWS services, but you might have questions, right? Where are we actually using this? So, in almost every industry possible, you can create a framework of clubbing all these services appropriately uh, to create a live uh, organization, if I may, right? So, real-time bidding framework. I'm not sure how many of you might know about this, but I'll just give you a brief of this, right? So all the um, all the ads that you see on your phone or on the web server, right? I'm not sure how many of you know the tech behind it, but there is a whole lot of process that goes before a ad gets delivered and shown on your phone. So for that to happen, there is a you can call it a framework, which is called as real-time bidding framework, where demand side platforms, right? The where the demand comes from for showing the ad, they have to make a real-time decision where should I show which ad should I show for this ad slot, what should be the price for it, right? So that is a very complex problem to solve, something that you know of with Google ads and Facebook ads, right? So this is one architecture that I have brought up for you guys, where a whole real-time bidding framework can be built with AWS, where you have EKS, you have DynamoDB, you have Amazon Kinesis for data streams, ECR, and AWS, KMS, IAM, all these services, right? So all of them happening or clubbed together to give you that real time processing where you can decide in less than 5 milliseconds whether your ad gets shown on your phone or not. And if you get late with just a few seconds, probably you'll miss the bus, right? So this is one real use case which gives you a highlight of how these services can be used. And also another example that I'll say, right, which I'll connect to what Shivam and Utkarsh were talking in the very beginning, right? IPL. So any
Yeah.
framework like that, right, where real time you have to just balance the load, right? If you are getting 100 QPS versus 500 QPS versus 1 million QPS, your framework, your architecture should be scalable enough to just increase the number of, let's say, EC2 instances that you are using, right? If there are 100, if there is 100K QPS and if there is 1 million QPS, right? Probably you will want to move from 10 to 200 bidders, right? So that is what this is about. So AWS is able to provide you with that. There are many other cloud providers also who can do that, and this is just one of the uh, example that I'm showing you guys here, right? um all right, so yeah, let's move ahead. Plus, before we move on, right, so the framework that I showed you guys, right, it is just a overview level, there are a lot of things that are missing in that picture, which are also
Yes.
required to get it going end to end. And yeah, that's it. All right. So, and another thing, right? So, whenever we are creating a whole framework, right, in AWS or anywhere else, this is something that is really beautifully documented in one of the AWS's uh, website page, where whenever you're building something, uh, these are six things that you should be really checking before making to make sure that your applications that your or frameworks that you're building are reliable, and uh, they are robust, right, for all the future use cases. So yeah, something to look forward to. And I think you should also, once you start exploring yourself, you will get to realize the importance of each of these six items that I listed here. All right, so yeah, let's move ahead.
Yes. Move on to the next slide.
Yes.
All right, so this is interesting one. I'm not sure how much time I have, but this is something that I wanted to show you guys as one of the applications that I built over this weekend. I was thinking I should show you guys something working on AWS, and I just thought of probably what might be of interest to you guys. So this is audio video analyzer. Motivation of this is that when I am watching any video or when I am watching any lecture or any audio that I have, maybe from some professor's lecture from the past, I sometimes have struggled to get the gist of it, right? And I don't have too much time to watch it full. So this is a audio video analyzer built with the AWS services. So let's just take a look.
Yeah.
Is it running? Shivam, you can run it on 1.75x. That
Okay.
should be fine.
We know humans learn from their past experiences, and machines follow instructions given by humans. But what if
So this is
humans can train the machines to learn from their past data and do what humans
can
can
you
do
mute
and much
this?
faster? Well,
Shivam?
that's called machine learning. But it's a lot more than just learning. It's
Just
also
mute
about
this.
understanding and reasoning. So today we will learn about the basics of machine learning. So that's Paul. He loves listening to new songs. He either likes them or dislikes them. Paul decides this on the basis of the
No, just
song's
the mute
tempo,
button.
genre, intensity, and the gender of voice.
Don't mute
For
it.
simplicity,
What?
let's just use
Yeah.
No, I was saying just
Yeah.
mute that, but it's all right. Okay, so what is happening here, right? So I actually, in this application, I just uploaded one audio file, and then you will see that running thing on the top. It is currently processing, and after a few minutes, you should be able to see some response on the right side, where this is the summarizing the content of that audio, and then after a few seconds you will also see the summarized content in a audio format, like you can just listen into the summary. So if you're just tired to read, just listening, right? So okay.
data and do what humans can do. Faster. It involves understanding and reasoning, and can be used to classify unknown songs. Paul's past choices helped classify unknown songs, but when the choices became complicated, machine learning came in. K nearest neighbors is a basic machine learning algorithm that uses majority votes to predict Paul's liking
Yeah,
of a
you
song.
can
Machine
pause
learning
it.
is used to
Yeah.
classify unknown songs.
All right, so this is something that it is able to analyze the audio that is uploaded, and the audio that was there was something I took from YouTube, where now it is able to summarize that it was about machine learning basics. Can we move on to the next one, Shiva?
Built
So it, since it has support for two things, right, as an input, either a MP3 file or a MP4 file. In this one, I have tried to do the same thing with the video file, where yeah, let's run this one. So in this one, I just took a video from a university lecture from Edinburgh. So this is a 45-minute long video, and internally it just takes it as an upload and then tries to process it and then summarize it for you.
So, what is generative artificial intelligence? So, I'm going to explain what artificial intelligence is, and I want this to be a bit interactive, so there will be some audience participation. The people here who hold this lecture said to me, "Oh, you are very low tech for somebody working on AI."
Can you pause it? Yeah. So the professor has started just talking, and I think it's less than 2 minutes, and you get a response with a summary, and then in few seconds you also can hear the summary out of it, right? So of course, don't miss your lectures for this. But
I was just
the thing
about
is
to
that
say that you have told our viewers something that I think they'll be using it.
no, 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 don't do that, don't do
But
that.
it's a
So I don't do
motivation.
that.
But it's a motivation to build this project, and it's a cool project.
Yeah, so try it out. I think there are many more cool apps that you can build with such tools. And to give you a glimpse of what is going at the back of this application, right? I've just created a architecture diagram for this. Can we move on to the next slide?
Yes.
Yeah, so this is very simple application, if I may, like which takes two possible inputs, right? Either a audio file or a video file. And like say the lecture on Gen AI, right, which is 45-minute video. It if it is a video file, it translates it into a audio and then uploads it onto S3, right? So S3 is something that is in and out used here for storage. And then there are few AWS services like Lambda for processing, and then a few of the ML and GenAI services like Transcribe and Poly and Bedrock. So let me walk you through this. So once the audio is there, that is denoted by number one. So that S3 file then triggers a lambda. So any lambda that you configure, you can have multiple ways of triggering that lambda. In this project, this lambda is triggered via a S3 event notification. So and whenever a S3 file is uploaded in a predefined folder, it invokes this lambda, and that lambda is able to read that file by its file name, of course, and it then translates and uses the transcribe service, which I was talking about earlier, to change your MP3 file into a transcript, right? Into text. That text file again goes to S3, triggers another Lambda job using again S3 event notification. It is this second Lambda, third Lambda is responsible for doing the summarization now, because now you have the text form of it, right? Of course, there is some JSON handling in between. The Bedrock application internally in this application is trying to use the uh, text model from Bedrock, the precisely the Titan foundation model from Bedrock, and it is structured in a way that the prompt is structured such that it gives you a response in a JSON format like the one mentioned over here, where you have the title and the summary. And given that we have prompted the foundation model to give the response in a precise particular format, we are able to parse it and then show it on the application nicely. So you pass it into text form, and then again that text form you can pass it on to Poly to give you a audio file for the same, and then both of these again you store on S3, and on the application you just show them beautifully, right? And by the way, for the application, it is using Streamlit, which is like one of the best tools for any data scientist. So do check it out. Try to build it on your own. And I think once you see it in action, you'll love it. Yep.
Yes.
All right. Okay, yeah. So before I close out, right, I think I have listed down few resources for you guys as well, apart from the project that I listed earlier. There are a lot of blogs, a lot of resources available on the website of AWS already. So, for example, GenAI on AWS has launched this new website, which is pretty cool. It has so many resources available for learning and trying out and building the project. And another one is with data and ML, and also DevOps page is like there is a dedicated page for DevOps as well. So do check them out. One very important one that I wanted to highlight for you guys is this AWS AI ML scholarship program, where AWS has collaborated with Udacity to give these scholarship programs for, I guess, 2,500 students. So the deadline for application is 31st May. If you guys are interested in this field, do submit and do register. Hope you get in. And
Yes,
yeah,
we'll ask
just
our
start
members
exploring.
to like register in this 31st May.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yep.
move on to the
All
next
right.
slide. Sure.
Yeah, again, another one, right? There are a lot of training and certifications available from AWS, and there's this part of that is also this AWS Skill Builder, where you have free resources to learn and get your hands dirty with a lot of cloud technologies. So feel free to check them out and yeah, just go build. All
Okay,
right,
so now we'll be covering the questions. The students have already asked many questions earlier. We'll
okay.
be going through them one
Okay,
by one.
just
Scroll. What was the first question?
Nitya is asking, does cloud computing have a relevance with cybersecurity?
Yes, yes, of course. Sorry, I didn't cover that, but there's a whole different chapter for security.
Yeah,
And
because we can't cover 200 plus services. at a-
so
yes.
each of this, right? Each of this application, let's say if you're working with EC2, right? For working with EC2, you have to structure a lot of uh, things, right? More like security groups, and also that your application is not accessible outside of where you want it to be accessible, right? So each application in itself has its own security component, and there are a lot of experts in that field where they are blogging about how and what are the best practices for security in AWS. So something to definitely check out and learn if you are interested in that field. Yeah.
So next question is, I have some questions. I am basically interested in the field of IIoT. I have not started working on it, but I read about IIoT a lot and found that it is associated with the term cloud computing. So, am I right place now to learn all the techniques that I need in the IIoT field?
Yeah.
I think
So
it's
IoT,
related
right?
to Internet of Things.
Yes, yes, yes. So yes, of course. So AWS does provide a few services in AWS. I haven't explored them myself, but I think what you can do is just search for it online. Probably in some blogs you might find
Yeah.
out. But yeah, there are some services available where you can maybe check it out on the website for that.
And Pooja, one of the students has asked that it's a. I think he has said that is there any use of DSA in cloud? Basically,
Sorry.
children are very much occupied with DSA. So I think could you please elaborate on that? What is the use of DSA in cloud?
Data
Oh yes.
structures and
So
algorithm.
yes, yes, I get it. Okay. Yeah, perfect question, right? I think we all feel, right, that whatever are we studying, is it ever going to be used when I am working? Which
Yes.
many of you might think, right? But the fact is, it is actually very useful, right? So if you are understanding your fundamentals correctly, let's say you try to go into the backend field, right? If you didn't had your DSA concepts right, probably you won't be able to even get it, right? So that is very, very much required. So cloud thing is one, but any core concepts that you're learning in your college, they are equally important. DSA is one of the topmost, right? Even for ML, DSA is something that you should be hands on with, right? So if you are writing any code, and if you are not aware of writing object oriented programming, right, and you are not well versed with writing scalable and writing like full robust code pipelines, right, probably you won't go a long way. So yeah, definitely it is useful in cloud technologies as well. So don't skip it, right? Because if you're configuring any machine, right, it doesn't stop there. You have to also build some code part of it. So yeah, definitely it is required.
So Swam is asking, how does AWS handles network connectivity and latency?
Okay.
I think we have a
Yes.
service like CloudFront. I think
Yes.
CloudFront we
Yes.
can use.
Yes. That's correct.
Okay, so I think it was a wonderful session, and we have some. I think we covered all the questions pretty much, and so it was really nice to have you, Pooja. Are there any more slides, Shubham?
Okay, but I think one more question is, how can I start
Sure.
my data science journey? What would you recommend?
Okay. Very nice question. So for that, right, I will say take a few courses online, right, and try to learn it from scratch before even going into data science. I think you can brush up some knowledge, try out your hands with SQL queries as well. By the way, some people feel that for being a data scientist, you might not SQL, but
Yeah,
that's not the case. So try your hands with SQL, try your hands with Python, and then start learning ML and start with foundation models, right? Sorry, start with the basic general models, right?
basic.
Traditional ones. Don't go into foundation models. Don't go into generative AI directly. It's the very last thing that you should try out. So just keep your concepts precise. Of course, you can start building or try out, try to create cool projects, but don't leave your fundamentals while you are wanting to grow in this field. So try anything from, let's say, just creating a small classification model, right? Just taking a picture and try to classify whether it's of a dog or a cat. That should be your starting point if you are, let's say, into image processing, right? Or if you're into text processing, try to create a project probably which is just about take a bunch of text and try to create a list of highly probable words in the whole document, right? Create more like a word cloud or something. So try with a very small, basic project, and then try to see, once you are comfortable, try to see where you can apply those knowledge to any industry project and anything which can be used in a industry, right? So that's how I think I will suggest to kickstart your journey if you are looking to go forward in the data science field.
I think there is one last question. Uh, uh, Seeing many frameworks models developed using Python, can we call Python as the language of future?
I'm not sure
I,
about that. I would love
because
if it is there. There are some security concerns, of course. So
because coding world is developing and we have now Golang, Rust, we have many languages.
that's true. That's
But you
true.
still have to
But I think
learn C and C++. That is the very basic. You can't
I
yes,
think it's
we'll have to cover
difficult
all the
for
languages.
I think it's
Yeah, yeah.
difficult for Python to compete with Java. So yeah, I
Yes.
think maybe it's a long way. If we get to that stage, I think I'll be really happy.
Okay, now next, this is last. Ah, as this is a question from fresher. As I am fresher, I wanted to secure in a AWS job profile. So as a fresher, what all skills are required?
AWS job profile. Yeah, I think in terms of skills, right? First of all, figure out or try to understand, right, which specific domain you want to go into. For example, the services that we listed, right? We covered things like related to front end, right? Related to DevOps, related to data, and also we also covered about databases, right? So, which is I think something might be helpful for creating any backend applications, right? So these are few of the major roles. Try to figure out where you have more interest in and start reading lectures or reading blogs and try to implement those in your free AWS account. Try to get comfortable, and then I think no one can stop you.
In short,
Yes.
you can first choose your domain, and according to domain, choose your AWS services provided in that domain, like DevOps, machine learning, and web development. I think. Next we have.
This these are the questions. Okay.
So I think we
Yes.
have a AWS Gen AI Day.
Oh, yes. So, yeah, I welcome you all. So, we are conducting a Gen AI Day in Ahmedabad in June sometime. Dates will be announced pretty soon. So, I'm pretty excited about this, and I welcome you all to come if you can make it. And I think it will be one of the greatest day I'm looking forward to. So it will be day full of Gen AI talks, and you can talk to the experts over there. So anyone who is interested in AI ML, this is the day for them. So yeah, just wanted to welcome you guys on that. And with that, I think just keep exploring
So
and keep learning. You can find me on LinkedIn. And yeah, if you have any questions in
so
the future as well, do keep running.
everyone, please follow Pooja on LinkedIn because she shared a very useful resources related to AI ML. And yeah, if you have any doubt,
Okay.
you can reach out.
Thank you, Pooja. Thank you for such an insightful session. We learned a lot today. Even there were many things which we haven't even heard of, like um the text and the video. The that was something new, and
Yeah.
thank you for taking your time out to make all this.
Yes. Thank you, Pooja.
Thank you so much, guys. It was lovely being here. Thank you.
So next,
So we are about to end. Yes. So now, guys, you have already seen everything. That what are the benefits, what are the perks, and so I think it's time you should start implementing these things. And it's difficult. I know all these things are very difficult. ऐसा नहीं कि एक बार में नहीं हो जाएगा. It will take time, but learning when you will
but
join the club, when you will come across people like Pooja, Arushi, Shivam, they are people who are doing a wonderful job. So we can learn in the community, and this will be very helpful. Be it in your resume. Arushi mentioned it, Pooja also mentioned it. It will stand out. You can't just say
yeah,
every time कि
because
मेरा OA में नहीं होगा, नहीं हुआ क्योंकि कुछ दिक्कत होगी. दिक्कत it is that your resume is not standing out. Yes, Shivam, you were saying something.
they all are benefited by AWS skills because they mention in their resume. So yeah, their resumes is I think different from all doing same stuff like clone project and web
And
development
these
stuff.
are the things which are basically used in industry. Few of my friends are currently working as intern in Amazon, and they're teaching all these things to which like CI/CD pipelines, Lambda function. They are teaching them, so you will be well equipped with those things. So they'll feel like we should hire this person. So that is and one of the most important aspect is that you can reach out to people on LinkedIn if you have certifications and all that, so you can be hired directly. So that is these are many perks, and it will be a if you have any doubts, Shivam is there always for you for the technical aspect of things. And yes, we have this survey, Shivam.
Yeah. So thank you, students, for joining us and bearing
And
for stay
staying
long.
with us for we exceeded the time limit. We told everyone that it will only be a 1 hour
We have
long
a,
session, but
but
20 minutes, I
now
think we
it's
tried our best.
so
Okay,
one major announcement. Please scan this QR code and fill out this survey.
it will take 1 or 2 minutes
Everyone,
only.
everyone, please scan this QR code and tell me in comments you scanned the QR code.
Yes, everyone will do that.
Sir,
Scan it
please share
right
your
now.
LinkedIn. Scan it right now and fill right now because it takes only 1 minute. Yeah, we can.
Shivam,
We have a I think we
on the meetup
you can
page.
join us, and you can join us by this community, WhatsApp community. We can share all the resources related to AWS and how you can learn these resources.
Yes, guys, do join it, and it will be very helpful for everyone. And take a photo
And
or whatever you want, because and post it on LinkedIn and everywhere. I'll
or
be
post
taking
it
a
on
screenshot
LinkedIn
of
and
uh, that and hashtag and mention AWS Cloud Club. It will
AWS
be very
Cloud
helpful.
Club DTU. We have a LinkedIn page.
And we'll be, our
Just
society has already been like it is only a few steps are left. It has been registered, and if people who are concerned with the, like, the PORs and everything, we'll be doing all those things. They'll be in after the end term examinations, a lot of stuff will be done. uh, we are already in collaboration with IGD2W, so if that's motivation to come forward, that's please do, guys. And we'll be joined by many foreign university students also, UCL London. They are also in contact with us, so it will be a good journey. And after Shivam, when we pass out, another cloud captains will be appointed, and the cycle would continue.
selected from you.
Okay,
Yeah. So
so thank you, guys,
now
thank you
we
all for
can.
joining, and
Thank you guys for
see you all.
joining us, and
See you all. Okay,
okay.
bye.
See you all in offline event. Bye.